You're on.
Hi, Ken and Beth again. We're here with Beth's hive, Queen Laverne. So hopefully we see a little bit more. Kind of the same thing going on. I took the top box off. There wasn't actually any bees in that. And this one doesn't have much more than just some honey going on in the top one either. So there's a little bit of sugar from last year. This was a box we had from last year and we fed them some sugar on top. Just to make sure.
Just in case.
Yeah, so there's just a little bit of sugar left over from last year. But not a whole lot more going on there. So all these 18s, I don't know if you can see that, those are new frames we put in last year. Last year we replaced almost all of our frames and equipment. So we had some new stuff. Next year we'll probably end up replacing a lot of these then, the foundation, just because they're saying that you should do that every other year, or every third year. That helps keep the junk out of the hive. So this one's quite a bit smaller of a population. I checked all of them real quick before we brought them up. Some of them were smaller, some of them were doing okay. So we have a queen in this one somewhere. I don't know if the camera can get them, but down in here we have eggs. And then this is the sealed brood. And then there's...
So those little curly things in the bottom are larvae and egg.
Oh, there's the queen right there. There's Queen Laverne.
Where is she?
Right here.
You're half in the shadow. There we go.
So there's your queen. When the hive population is pretty low like this, you can usually find the queen relatively easily. We're actually going to mark her today, hopefully. As I said, we're going to replace these queens. Where did she go now?
I don't know. It's up there right here.
Oh, there she is. She's going to make it difficult on me.
There's some queens they want to be on the bottom, and no matter which way you flip the frame, they'll crawl around. There she goes across again.
She's going to get trapped here very shortly. I'll give her a little bit of time. Hopefully she works farther down.
This isn't our favorite queen marker, but we've lost. I can't find our other one.
Yeah, I had a really nice one that I'm probably going to end up doing is just marking a worker bee. Hopefully she'll stay. Come on now. This is still. There we go. Of course, this marker's probably. There we go. I think that's her.
Oh, that's a lot of paint, gosh. I'd let her out before she gums herself up.
Well, they'll just mark her all up. She got a little bit more.
A good knot.
No, we won't do that one again. Oh, here's my pushing cage. That's the one I should be using.
Not the best marking job ever.
So I had a much better marking cage. It actually held the queen. You could capture the queen and mark her. Paint doesn't hurt her. It's just water-based paint. It makes it easier for us to find her. Like I said, we're going to be replacing all these queens later on anyway. Overall, she looks like she's doing okay, other than just a really small population of bees. I'd like to see this expand a little bit, which they probably will here shortly.
We've noticed when you buy a bunch of packages at once, especially this year, we had 3 packages that they accidentally shook the original queen into the package of bees. So they killed the queen that was in the cage, and then all the bees that came from that hive down in Georgia left the package in the box that we put them in and went back to be with their original hives. So we have a couple that have a really, really large population because a lot of the bees absconded from one hive and went into that one.
So there's not really a whole lot going on. Probably don't even need to do a mite count on this one either, honestly, because there's so little brood in it right now. Hopefully next time we come up she'll have a couple frames of brood going on. Sometimes moving them can kind of slow them down a little bit too. Plus the weather here has been, I don't know, I'm guessing all of Michigan's been about the same. The bees haven't been flying much. So if they can't get nectar brought in, they're going to slow down on their production. Probably not going to split this hive either because there's not enough bees to really split this one. I know there's a couple hives here that we're doing pretty good. So there's not really a whole lot going on. You saw how many bees are in there, and you can see how many bees are in this one. Hopefully within the next week or two this whole bottom box will be covered with bees, or close to it. By the end of the month I'd like to see at least a full bottom box full of bees. And if that's not the case, maybe they'll have to replace Queen Laverne too. So again, thank you for adopting a hive. We really appreciate it. It really makes a big difference for us because we can focus on other things while we keep the bees alive, and that allows us to expand bigger, to get more queens, and expand what our apiary is doing. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
You want to say hi to Ken and Beth?
Hello, Ken and Beth. How are you? I guess you can't reply.
You want to say hi, Justice?
Hello.
All right, until next time.